So let's talk about this show, Glitch. Now, I actually came across this show on Netflix randomly. I saw that it was an Australian show. I happen to really like a lot of Australian television, so I decided to check it out. The show is basically about a small town in Australia, and all of a sudden, there's some people kind of basically coming out of their graves alive again. They don't look like zombies, they look just like they did before. It's got obviously a little bit different take on it, but it's very similar to like Le Revenant or The Returned, which is the American version. Don't watch that. Now, the main character of the show is a police officer, and actually his wife is one of the people that comes out of the graves, or his dead wife of a couple of years or so now. So there's an interesting relationship going on there because he's actually remarried and has a kid on the way, and of course, just a couple years later, he was in love with his wife and she passed away. So there's a lot of interesting relationships going on in the film, and each character that comes back to life, let's say I think there's maybe 6 or 8 of them total that you get to see at least. Each one of them does have some fairly interesting backstories as to how they died. Some of them died 200 years ago, some of them died just a few years ago. Now, you're really not sure why they've returned, and you do learn more as the season goes by. And actually, by the end, that's probably one of the best things about it is there's some really interesting plot twists that keep you pretty, kind of keep you guessing the whole time and keep it interesting. Now, the show is not especially well acted or directed. There's nothing incredibly compelling about the way that it's put together or the way that the characters react. The acting is definitely solid, though. I would say it's better than the directing, to be honest with you. I think with a more capable, eye behind the camera, the show could actually be pretty damn good. But overall, it's a good show, and by the end of the season, I actually pretty much did enjoy it. If it come out with the second season, I will watch it. It's better than most of the stuff out there. So give it a shot. Again, if the first episode or two don't grab you, that's okay, as long as you don't hate it. That's not good, right? But I didn't really care for the first episode or two. I was kind of bored, but I thought, well, let's see if it goes somewhere. And again, by the last episode of the season, I actually really did enjoy the show. So overall, I give Glitch a 3.5 out of 5. I would recommend you check it out if you've exhausted all the other amazing shows out there. Let me know what you guys think of Glitch down in the comments. If you liked it, didn't like it, I definitely want to know. And otherwise, I'll see you guys at the next Culture Critic review.